Good morning and good evening. Duterte power also President Duterte, do the right thing, be safe, God bless, and hope everyone is okay. And thank you for watching the videos. Today, what I wanted to comment most of it is the ahead of tomorrow's speech for our president, and then everything what our Filipino people is expecting our president to include on the speech for tomorrow. So, it's so many things to to being expected our president to deliver in the next other 3 years of being his remaining in power. So I also wanted to remind a lot of Filipino people and just our president is in power for 3 years already. Going in for 3 years, he's gone so fast. It's unbelievable. But 3 years he has been in power. He has done much more than anyone who has been in power for over 40 years and 30 years. So let's put this in mind. Our president done so much for us in our country and all our Filipino abroad or OFWs abroad than any other president has done 30 to 40 years in power. Can you believe that? How many years Aquino has been in the president seat? How many years? How did he continue being president of the Philippines for so many years? This is what I don't get. But our president is only 6 years, and then people are already complaining and they're trying to put him out and this and that when he has done so much for us. This is what I don't get from our Filipino people. I really don't get it. And now we are most of our Filipino people, they are here demanding, what our president should be doing and should be talking about, and we are hoping what he's gonna input into his speech for tomorrow. So we're expecting a lot, right? But how come we never expected before from other presidents? How come we never had the balls to say anything? Because at those times, if anybody would say anything, they'll be shot. If anyone or any kind of news on the Philippines would mention any kind of senators or any kind of person in government, they'll be shot. News was not as free as they are now. Why we are more free to do, to talk about anything now? Because our President Duterte allowed that for all our Filipino to be free of speech, free of movement and everything. So we can say anything now and we are attacking our president, right? So this is it fair? Is it fair? I don't think so. 3 years in power, anybody can say anything? He done so much in 3 years. In a short of period of time, our country changed so much. And as you can see, continuously going. Now, a lot of people, expecting for him to mention the China Sea and all kind of stuff. And I know it's a difficult thing to mention about China Sea. And whatever and however he done the deal with President Chin, is one of those things. It has to be a compromise thing over here. But I understand also I don't like it what the Chinese is doing in our Discovery show. I really don't like it either. So we have to have peace in between, and we have to have something in between China and the Philippines. That sea belongs to us. Yes, should we fight for it? Of course we should fight for it. It's ours. It belongs to the Philippines. It's so much in that sea, in between that sea, and that is a port in and out of international waters. Plus, we have so much under there. If we're going into dig oil and gases and everything, so should we go and do that and destroy the whole thing for greediness, for money, and for everything? So we should live as it is. Another is going into a war. Do we want to go into a war with China? I don't think so. We already, US and some other countries is already close to come into World War III with Iran. But this is already nothing new, because if it was not for, you know, President um, Trump coming in, we already probably would be in war with China. Provoking China for which they were doing it before. Now it didn't happen with China, but it's happening with Iran. So, like I said before in previous videos, if we start pressing buttons, somebody's gonna get hurt, and World War III is gonna happen. But most of all this and all kind of stuff is about tomorrow's speech from our president. Is so many things we expect from him, so many things we want him to do in 3 years, right? Should we give him another 6 years? I think we do. I think as a president, we should let him without no limit of being a president, because he's one of the best presidents ever we ever had in the Philippines. He done so much in a short time, which nobody ever done, and expecting him to do so much more. Yes, everybody, you give them a little, they want a little bit more, more and more, until they want to take everything. So that's how we are. That's how humans are, and stuff like that. Would I like our put my input? What I would like our president to do for our country and our Filipinos? Of course, And for me, the most important things, yes, I understand is about jobs. I understand we need the pensions to be correctly, but how can people get pension if you never paid your SS insurance? Okay, if you never contribute to their country, how can people get pensions if you never paid it? So is this fair? I don't think so. Also, so because if you want to be in a pension, government pension, what? The government is just gonna take money and for you get for free because you never contributed into the government. So it's a bit like this, because for you to have a pension, also you have to contribute into it. You have to have paid your rights and your taxes and everything. This is how it works everywhere in the world. What would like our president to do also? Most of for me is hospitals, free hospitals for our people. I would like our president to help our farmers, because instead of bringing rice from outside of our Philippines, we have land which we can plant and we can grow things, but we need also help from our government to support our farmers much more. Help us with products, pest infects and other stuff, machinery and everything, because it's very hard to do, the land in our country. It's not easy to do. But if we have help from the government and something contributed, which we have, but not all the farmers is getting the help from the government, because the corruption of barangay captains and city mayors, this is a problem. The other one I would like is more schools for our kids in the Philippines, because our schools, they're very crowded, and we need schools, and hospitals also. And yeah, of course, the inflation, we're talking about the inflation. It's not just the inflation in the Philippines, it's around the world, it's having an impact everywhere around the world. So it's not just in the Philippines. If you see what's going around the world, life is getting harder because of greediness, and people wants to fight for territories, and people wants to go into wars for greediness, oils, gases, and everything else. So World War III, yes, is already next door. It's not far from us. Now, again, going into talking about this for tomorrow, for about China in our sea. I would like something to be done, yes. I would like our coast guards to be on it, and I would like China to back out. But we also have to be careful, because we don't want war with anybody. So for now, all these issues, and hopefully I want to see what our president is gonna talk about tomorrow, and what he's gonna point at, which is much more important for all of us in the Philippines. And I do hope, we mention hospitals and schools and farming. for me, this is much more important, and these other things are a lot much more important also in China Sea. So we need to take control in everything. But for now, Duterte power. Also for President Duterte, do the right thing, be safe, and God bless. And let's hope for tomorrow the speech. I'm looking forward to that. Let's see what we're gonna concentrate more, and what our president is gonna be concentrating more for all our Filipino people. And let's support him. Let's not be just, you know, pointing fingers and demanding, because just 3 years he done so much for us. For now, God bless. Take care. Bye bye.